Hi, it's Susanna. It's Monday, June 13th, and this week I really want to explore the theme I am lucky. And this idea of what does it mean to be lucky? Do we create our own luck? If not, where does it come from? What are the consequences of other people telling us we're lucky or us standing in our luck or not? So the reason that this came about and this theme is really interesting to me right now, and I hope it is to you, is because I'm in a Facebook group. And this guy launched that into a debate about it and basically said you're just lucky. You know, you had some poor chumps that wanted to stay and you're lucky and your luck's going to run out and it's only June and let's see what happens in July and August. We'll see. And that really got me thinking about the how it triggered me for him to say you're lucky. Because it's like, well, maybe we're not lucky. Like maybe we've done a lot of hard work and put in an effort and offered value so that we could create that luck. Yeah, and even if we are lucky, like I was noticing the discomfort within myself to show up in this group in front of other people and say, we're still doing well and we're happy with it and we're expecting it will continue. When other people are singing the tune of, it's hard, there's not a lot happening, and that's just the way it is. And it reminded me as well of when I was a financial advisor during and after the global financial crisis and how so many advisors were singing the tune of it's hard, there are not a lot of clients, there's not, you know, profits are shrinking, revenues are shrinking, and that's just the way it is. And it was, you could see it all around you. You know, if you were basing it on physical evidence, absolutely there it was. And then there was these other small handful of advisors who seemed to be optimistic and innovative and thriving within that environment. So I take the opinion that we make our own luck, but I also acknowledge that it can be really difficult. And whether it's a tall poppy thing or whether it's, not wanting to toot your own horn, to kind of tell everyone else, hey, guess what, I'm lucky, because of jealousy and competition and things like that. And when we talk about money, there can be that awkwardness of talking about what's happening with our money to seem like we're boasting or we think we're better than anyone or whatever. I had a lot of resistance in exploring the topic of I am lucky because you may be aware of a very quite well known in Australia woman who teaches about money who uses the word lucky in her business name and in her branding, and I thought, well, you can't talk about luck because that's her topic. But I think that it's important to define what that means to each of us. And the last thing I really wanted to share is I was also thinking back to a psychological study they did. And I learned about this when I was at university, where they actually had people rate how lucky they thought they were on some scale. And then the ones who considered themselves more lucky were actually much more likely to find dollar bills that they had purposely left for them to discover. So it's like the people who thought they were lucky found the money. And I think to me that speaks to how if we think that we are lucky, we can actually create or be aware of opportunities to experience that luck. But where does it come from? For me, I feel like it comes from saying I am that and being able to define myself as that, and also the action and what we do to create that luck, both with our attitude and our behavior. And I just want to wish you all a wonderful, magical, lucky week.